Encode your DNA.
Choose your breed. Primal is a nimble, developed, arthropodic, morphotic breed. What the fuck? I don't know. A hybrid with a gene manipulation, making them nimble, dexterous at a cost of lesser development. Developed intellect. Hmm. Read this while I sip on my coffee. The Dumbon is the latest developed arthropodic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensates the lack of mental powers with physical strength. I like to have abilities. Rex is the extraordinary development of the pregnant breed, a hybrid outcast. With an even DNA string, making it adapt for both physical and mental challenges. I might go with the Rex. I'm not going to lie. Is a regenerative developed hybrid which with a gene manipulation making them extremely tough and resilient. Now, what about his mental powers though? I want to be able to have fuck some things up. Highly developed mind. This genius is directly interlinked with the power of Ki, which amplifies their psychic output. So, what's the difference between intellect? This one, the intellect, and health and armor. FIP. He's a breed renowned for his highly mind generating. Okay, I read this one. And the mongrel is the ideal wise breed. Its evolutionary lineage has gone in the direction where in in a direction where a form or where form and appearance has dominated over fiction. Hold up. Let me go back to its evolutionary lineage has gone in a direction where from an appearance has dominated over fiction. I think I might go with the Rex. I'm not going to lie. I want an even distribution. I want, you know what I'm saying? From there, shit, you can find stuff to customize your character and stuff like that. Attributes. Define your character and starting attribute to see more details explained in a more detailed explanation of what effects each attribute has. Press. Okay.
Define your genetic structure.
Look. Oh. I like agility, but I like vitality. Charisma. A pure 100% charisma build? Intellectual. I like having powers. My strength. My key energy is going to be good either way, so let's work on charisma, vitality, and strength. Somewhere in this area. Does that really negatively affect my...
Choose a genetic resilience.
Heat, biohazard, cold. Let's read this. Vitality attribute define the amount of health and the energy cost of dodging. But then I have known. I want an even spread. More heat. The game is called Biohazard, so I will assume I want a 10% at least to the biohazard.
Choose your first style.
Shit, I got a style? I like that sword though. Anything with blue? No? Kinda like that, I ain't gonna lie. Kinda look like Rocket. Okay.
Pick your main color.
My main color. Royal purple. Green. Brightness of it. I don't want to just be this color. I want something special. A darker blue. No, I want it like something like that. Kind of like that color. What was it right here? Like a bluish green. It's kind of a warm color.
Choose your detail color.
Man, I'm chilling. I'm playing
class.
Biomutant. I'm waiting until people hop on so I can hop on Rust. Shit. Deadeye. Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue which chooses or who's chosen a life outside the law of social values. I like
Commando.
that. Damn.
Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak.
I played this before a long time ago, back when it first came out. That's why I haven't.
Saboteur.
This came out at the beginning of the pandemic, right when it was getting kind of crazy and shit. This is when this one came out. Twin Silver Grip. Your base armor is increased by 10. Sentinel. It says to protect the house. Their dedication to the organization as a whole, including supreme belief in their dogma.
Saboteur.
It's a cunning skill explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburban and wilderness.
Psyfreak.
Okay. Your key energy regain is increased by 20. You shoot a sparking ball by pressing your input and have bound to the abilities. Make the throw into a ball direction facing.
Commando.
Well,
Deadeye. Commando.
damn, I want to go with that, but
Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur.
melee dual wield, equipped two one-handed weapons to duel.
Sentinel. Saboteur. Psyfreak. Commando. Psyfreak. Commando. Commando chosen. Sounds good.
Move forward with this. Eat along with this. Shut your mouth with this. Don't give a about this. Jabari. What's that smell? Huh? What's that smell? You smell that? You better flush that toilet enough. Smell like you didn't. I walk out my room and all I smell is shiitake mushroom, boy.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
There's nothing.
Hmm?
There's nothing in the mail.
There's nothing in what?
No mail.
I didn't say check the mail. Go on.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna be home in about 5 minutes. Tell Jabari to put his shoes on too, so we can come out here and get our food out of the car.
Okay.
We got 3 different people food in here.
Okay, bet.
Really cute, but it'll be all right. Okay. We're
Okay.
on our way home.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to go. Jabari.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Jabari. You got your shoes on? All right. Grandma will be here in a minute. We have to go and get the groceries out the car. Okay. Yeah. Jabari, come here. Go get my white shoes right down the hallway. They're right by the computer. Oh shit, it's about to blow. Alright, thank you, Bubba.
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Melee targeting. Move towards the enemy to target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards an enemy, towards them with range attacks. To reload. Key energy is used for dodging. Using mutations. and performing special attacks when trying to put my shoes on. Oh, special attacks when you're out of key. You'll be unable to perform these actions. Your key regenerates both in and out of combat.
Cut that one in half.
Oh, gotta reload. Yes, ma'am. You outside? Come on, Jabari. What you doing in this kitchen? Stay out that lemonade.
Yes, sir.
You ain't slick.
Yes, sir.
Get your ass out here.
Ow.
That's what you get for messing with stuff you ain't got no business messing with. Go. Damn, y'all don't know how to drive. What? What up with y'all? Damn, I shouldn't have opened the door. Ma'am.
Not the easiest way to get up. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Shot through.
right between the eyes.
Feeling better than ever. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. cutting edge. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Cracker Doom. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Small things for your big ideas. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the Potato People. The Potato People, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and he lost you there for a while. But no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc-Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of date. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. He wants you to understand that you'll all die. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. It's a bridge. Just get over it. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?